Hey there, everybody, and welcome to another one of my SketchUp design videos. My name is John Evans, and welcome again. So, I got this idea off of some videos on YouTube. Not the idea to build this chair, but the idea of building something out of one 2x4. So, I was laying in bed the other night, and I was like, "Gosh, what can I build?" So, I have a little 15-month-old son. His name is Tucker. You possibly may hear him screaming in the background. He's running around as we speak. So anyway, I was thinking, what can I build for him? And I thought, how about a little chair, a swinging chair? Something I can hang from a tree and he can swing from it. He's only about 25 pounds, so I think this will be more than adequate. Just a quick run through. As you see here, this is what I've come up with. You can see the armrest here. They have two holes front and back on both sides for the rope to come down through. I didn't bother drawing that. No real need. And then down below, I have these two little notches cut out that the rope can also go through and around to the other side and back up again. As of now, I'm kind of planning on putting I don't know what you call them, but little U-shaped hardware right there to kind of hold the rope in. That should keep it, in place without going through. I didn't want to, drill another hole through here to compromise the integrity of the wood. Um, let's see, what else? Overall dimensions from side to side. Looks like we're looking at, these are just rough numbers. Looks like, 1 foot 5.5 inches wide. Let's see here. From top to bottom, just rough numbers again. Almost 12 inches tall. Yet again, this is made for a small child. Yet again, mine's getting close to a year and a half, technically 15 months, maybe 16 months coming up here soon. Anyway, I also plan to wrap a rope around this center support right here and come on down to right here and wrap the rope around this section of wood right here as well. That should keep the kid from sliding out. And, the rope will go in between his crotch and keep him from going that way. Also plan on doing a weight test just in case, because obviously we're playing messing with small children right here. Heaven forbid we don't want this to break and have the kid come down. So anyway, that's what I've come up with, and then also went ahead and provided everybody little dimensions here. So let me get this in a better view here. Go to parallel projection. And I can do a quick little run through in case somebody, wants to make this themselves. Hey, free designs, have at it. So you're going to need 10 slats. That's for the seat bottom and the back. They are 11.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And by the way, all of these are 3/4 of an inch thick. Technically, it's going to be just a hair less than that because you have to account for the kerf that you're going to be cutting out on the 2x4. But I'm just calling it 3/4 of an inch because, as we all know, a 2x4 is technically, make sure I get the right one, but 1.5 inches, wide, and half of that being 3/4. You take out the kerf, you're technically a little bit less than 3/4, but yet again, we're just calling it 3/4. Anyway, moving on, we're also going to need two lower horizontals. This is where the seat bottom is. You can see I have the notches cut out right here. I didn't really put any dimensions on their locations. I need to see where the rope really falls into. So these can be moved either backward or forward, as needed. The round offs, technically I did per this drawing 10 and 16s out before the round off starts. You can do that, at your discretion, how you want it to look visually. The angles on here, technically, can't make that out very well, but 6.3 degrees. Well, let's face it, you're not really going to cut out 6.3. So I figure 6 degrees is close enough for all of these. That's just what it comes up with on the SketchUp drawing. Moving on, you're going to need 2 upper horizontals. Overall, 10.5 inches wide, 1.5 wide, yet again 3/4 of an inch thick. Kind of the same thing over here. You can see where the round off starts right here. 6.3 technically, but 6 degrees should work just fine. And then you're going to need the 2 back verticals. This is going to be where the kid is leaning back on to hold the slats. Overall, 10 5/8, 1.5 wide. Just showing the 10 1/8 to where you start the round off. 6 degrees on the angle on that one as well. The support bar. This is the support bar going in between the 2 armrests. You're just going to need 1 of those. Overall, 1 1 inches long, 1 inch wide, and yet again 3/4 inches thick. The 2 armrests, they're going to be attached to the upper horizontal section. Overall, we're basically 10 inches long. Let's see, 1.5 inches total width. I showed my front round off starting at 1.5 inches right here and going to that point. This curve right here, you can do at your discretion. Technically, mine's starting at 3/4 inches from this corner out and meeting at, well, technically 8 9/16 out from here. Just did a gentle curve right there. You can do that at your discretion. The holes, center points, the one in the rear, oh, there goes Tucker right now. The one in the rear is 3/4 out from starting from the rear out, and 3/8 in. And I didn't put this on here, but they are 1/2 inch holes. The front one is 1.5 inches back from the front to the center point, and 3/4 of an inch from this corner right here to that center point. Yet again, 1/2 inch holes. The 2 rounded slats, these are going to go on the front end of the seat and on the top end of the back of the seat, just to get it a nice, rounded off area. Let's see, total width is 11.5 inches and by 1.5 inches. And I will go to another view so you can see the rounded off way that this is. And lastly, you're going to need the 2 front verticals, basically going from the armrest down to the seat bottom. Let's see, overall 6 1/8 inches long by 1.5, just showing the 5.5 to the start of the curve right there, and also the 6-degree cut in there. Let me shoot over to regular view right here. If I can swing this around the right way and show you what I was talking about on the rounded off section right there. Not sure how I'm going to do that. I don't have a large selection of tools, but I'm sure I'll figure something out on that. You may have caught sight of this. This is just where I drew out a full 2x4x8 and hacked away on it. The rest of it has disappeared, but this is what's left over after building all of this. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show y'all. See what you think. If you have any comments, feel free to leave those. If you like what you see, please hit that like button as well as hitting that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.